Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Chloe. If this is your very first time checking into one of my videos, then welcome. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below so that you never miss a video that I post here on the tube and join the crew, and hit the bell so that you are always notified when I post. If this is your 50th time checking in, then thank you for your continued support. I love you. So as you see below, today's video is going to be about tips on colored natural hair. Since my second big chop in 2015, I have pretty much been color treated the entire time. So I've dabbled in this and that, and I've actually dabbled in hair color a lot of my life, even when I was relaxed. So I'm going to share some tips with you that have helped me maintain the health of my hair, and I hope these are helpful for you. So let's just get into it. Tip number 1. Be sure your hair is healthy before coloring your hair. Your hair should not be breaking off or be dry and brittle before you get your hair colored. On the other end, your hair should also not be mushy, like stretching and snapping, like popping off. Like think like cooked spaghetti, how it kind of stretches and then pops. If your hair is doing anything like that, make sure that you are finding the right moisture protein balance. So dry hair that's in need of moisture is kind of like raw spaghetti, whereas hair that is overloaded with moisture is kind of like cooked spaghetti. So if your hair is not perfect, like in the middle to where it has a bounce back, but it doesn't just break without manipulation, then make sure that you have the proper moisture protein balance. Hair that is properly moisturized is less prone to damage, no matter whether that's chemical damage or heat damage. Tip number 2, go to a professional. Even if you want to get it done by your cousin, your mom, or whoever the case may be, make sure that they're a licensed professional. That's just going to be the best bet for you. Coloring hair is a science, it is an art, there is a methodology behind it, and so you really just want to go with someone who knows what they're doing. I have done the box dyes, I've done it at home, I have been my own kitchen, hairstylist, I've done it all. But I just know that I get the best results when I work with someone who is licensed or was licensed, someone who knows what they're doing and understands color science to the best of their ability. So go to a professional. They're going to do their best to make sure that the integrity of your hair is maintained from beginning to end. They know what steps to take, they know what products to use, additives to add to the formulation that they're going to be putting in your hair. So go to a professional. They're also going to be able to give you recommendations for if the hair color is not right for you, or if there's going to be several sessions before you can get to your desired color, or if your hair is just not ready for the process and you weren't sure, they can give you the proper advice. So go to a professional. Tip number 3, have realistic expectations. So if your hair is pretty much virgin, so you haven't had any color treatment done to it before, and all the hair from roots to tips has never been color treated, there's almost no limit to what you can do with hair color. But just know that if your hair has prior color treated, you have a color history, and so your results are going to vary based on what is underneath your current color. For example, you may notice that my hair color is a lot darker on the ends than it is on the roots, so I have this kind of ombre effect going on, and that's because I knew going into the service that I had my hair colored last year. It was lightened and then toned to a red color, so I knew that underneath, when we went to lighten the hair again, that the ends would be red, and sure enough, the hair at the roots lifted to a platinum blonde because it is virgin, and then at the ends, my older hair that had been previously colored was red. And so when we went to tone the hair, we got 2 different shades, and I actually happened to like it. But I went in with the realistic expectations that there would be a differentiation between colors because of my color history. If you're going for a really bright color, a drastic change in your hair, understand that color cannot lift color. So if you have color history and you want to go very light but you don't want your stylist to use bleach, understand that that's probably not going to be possible. You have to use lightener of some kind, even if it's not as intense. Even if you're using a low volume developer, you have to use some type of lightener to lift the color and then tone it to whatever your desired look is. So have realistic expectations. Tip number 4, know exactly what you want. Do your research before you go get your hair done. I mean, there's Pinterest, there's Instagram, there's YouTube, there's Google. Do your due diligence. Like, if you want a certain look, find people with your similar complexion, with your similar hair type, and find those pictures to say, this is exactly what I want. Make sure that you're expressing to them, I don't want anything drastic. I work in corporate America, so I don't want anything too loud, or I don't want all over color, I want just something slightly different. Make sure that you know exactly what you want. Pictures, I think, are the best way to express to them exactly what you're looking for. So even if you're looking for a color that you're having a hard time finding on someone that may look like you, or it's just a unique color in general, just make sure that when you do sit down with your stylist, you're very specific as to what you want. Make sure that you are telling them exactly what your concerns may be so that they can address those things in the chair, and you can get the desired look that you want. But know exactly what you're looking for. Number 5, be honest with your stylist. I feel like this goes without saying, but it doesn't. If your hair is not virgin and it appears to be like you just freshly put a darker rinse on it like a month ago, and so it's kind of hard to tell that the first 6 inches of your hair are virgin and the last 3 are not, be honest with them. It's only going to make the process easier. It's only going to make it simpler for them to address your hair concerns and your hair needs so that they can give you the desired look that you want. Tip number 6, be prepared to see some changes in your regimen. So after you color your hair with a professional, you shouldn't see a drastic change in the integrity of your hair. Your curls should still be very healthy and bounce back and everything, but you will see some changes in the way your hair behaves when it's wet. So now your hair is more porous after you've gotten your hair colored, so it's going to receive a lot more water than it could before. It can hold more of its weight in water. So you'll notice that your hair gets wet much quicker. You'll also notice that when your hair is wet, it's a lot flatter than it was before, and that's just because your hair can get more wet than it could before. It can hold more of its weight in water. And this is not necessarily a bad thing. For me, I actually like the way my hair behaves when it's freshly color treated. It's so much easier to finger detangle. My wash day takes less time. My hair feels softer and silkier. It's obviously shinier just because it's the way the light reflects on the color, but I just like the way my hair behaves better when it's freshly color treated, just because it's more receptive to products and things just kind of sink in really well. With that being said, there are a little bit of things that you're going to have to tweak to your regimen. Make sure that the products that you have been using, if you don't want to change the products that you're using, are color safe. So they shouldn't have any colorants in them. If they are, they have a yellow tint, or if they have a purple or some type of color in them, be wary of those, because those colors can deposit on your hair, especially if you have a lighter color like a blonde, or I wouldn't even use a color shampoo on my hair. It's like a gingery color. You just want to be careful with using colorants in your hair products after you've colored your hair. So make sure that your shampoo should be like a clear, it should be white, And it should say on the bottle that it's color safe or that it protects hair color. There are even lines that are specifically made for color treated hair, and they're usually for professionals or professional use. You can find them at Sally's and beauty supply stores, and those will be even better for maintaining the vibrancy of your color. Also, you're going to want to use cooler water on your hair. This especially applies if you are in the red family, because reds fade the fastest. If you have ever rocked a red hair color, then you already know that if you go to sleep, you know, with wet hair, there's gonna be red on your pillowcase. When you wash your hair, there's going to be red in the shower. The red is kind of everywhere. If you're not careful, you wear a white shirt, you can get red on your shirt. And it all depends on how your hair was colored, if it's like a semi-temporary, whatever the color may be. But even permanent reds can fade if you use hot water too often, or if you use hot water at all. So use water cooler than what you're used to when your hair is color treated. But even if you're not in the red family, cool water is going to help lock that color in. It's going to slow down the rate of fading of your color over time. Because you've colored your hair now, you've lifted that cuticle layer, and you may have even depleted some of the protein in your hair, you're probably going to want to start incorporating some more strengthening treatments into your regimen. So look for those products that again, they will say for color treated hair or damaged hair, chemically treated hair. Look for things like that. Look for keywords like strengthening, restore, protein. Those are things that you're going to want to do more often. So if you were someone who never protein treated your hair before, maybe start incorporating it first once a month or just as needed. So again, if your hair starts to feel mushy or like cooked spaghetti where it just stretches a little bit and then pops, then you're gonna want to start incorporating that protein into your regimen. So I hope these tips were helpful to you. I try to keep it really simple. I know I tend to be long-winded, but you should have fun with your natural hair. If you want to change it up, try color. And if you're nervous about it, maybe not so drastic the first time, but you don't have anything to be afraid of. Do your research, go to a professional, make sure that your hair is healthy prior to, and be prepared to make a few changes to your regimen, and let's have fun with hair color, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, you comment, subscribe if you like the video, you got something to say, and you want to join the crew, and share it if you really liked it. So I'll see you guys in the next one.